Hey everyone, Mr. Mom Collectibles. I am back with another video, and today we are going to be looking at the newly announced Marvel Spider-Man 2 1/6 scale Venom figure from the PS5 video game, which at the time of making this video will be coming out in literally a few hours on Friday for most people for PS5. This is one that not sure how much of a surprise it is for a lot of collectors, just because I guess it was kind of expected since Venom was the announced one of the main villains in the video game. But nevertheless, we did get the photos from Hot Toys. We got a tease a day earlier of this potentially coming, and so a lot of people were excited. And these photos just came out a couple hours ago. So I thought I would just jump in, give you my quick thoughts about this. There's excitement and there's also concern about this, so we kind of want to walk through it, but kind of give you the breakdown here and just basically says Marvel Spider-Man 2 is bringing a new level of excitement to fans. The Venom symbiote soon makes its way into town, presenting another set of challenges for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man to tackle. To celebrate the official debut of Spider-Man 2, Hot Toys is bringing the monstrous Venom from Marvel's New York to life as the latest 1/6 scale collectible figure. Measures 53 centimeters tall. The 1/6 scale Venom collectible figure is faithfully crafted based on the intimidating appearance in the video game. Features a newly developed head sculpt with mouth open and another head sculpt with wicked grin, accompanied by swirled eyes, fang teeth, and detailed musculature. To further enhance his gesture expressions, three styles of tongues are included, adding depth to his menacing appearance, basically completing his overpowering look. There are also white spider symbols adorning his chest, back, and newly designed symbiote tentacles. So it's basically going to be, from the video game, and for many collectors, it's the Venom with the white symbiote that everyone wants. Now, obviously, let's be clear about this. This is going to be a video game version of Venom. It's not going to be an MMS like the one you got from the Tom Hardy, movie. So it's going to be exaggerated. It's going to be bigger. So we kind of got that feeling from it when we saw the screen grabs from the video game trailer, when you saw the glimpses of Spider-Man and Miles Morales, and Peter and Miles fighting him. We got a sense of that, man, if this is going to be a figure, it's going to be big. It's going to be exaggerated. This is not a movie, even though these are fictional characters. You'll see a comparison between him and the other figures. It's going to be much larger because, like I said, it's an exaggerated, beefed up figure. And so, just flipping through the photos, I mean, I'm obviously loving everything I see. It's massive up, the feet, the thighs, the body itself, the exaggeration on the face. This is a Venom that people, and here, 53 centimeters tall. So this is giving you a comparison of just how massive this figure is. So now I know a lot of collectors, I'm not trying to be negative, are going to be all over this. Oh, man, I can't wait to get this. This is literally 2 centimeters off from the size of a Hulkbuster. And there's not many collectors that have a Hulkbuster in their collection. One, because of price, two, because of the size. So you just have to, once again, be forward thinking with your collection on this figure. This is a piece that you may want to have displayed with your figures. So obviously, if you're a DTOF collector, I mean, you're going to have struggles with this. If you're a Module Case collector and you already have your shelves, everything fixed, you have to think about how this is going to be displayed. You don't really want this to be, I would think, randomly just somewhere stuck someplace just because of your space. You want it fit in with your Spider-Man collection. You want him, in poses with your other figures, most likely. So the space thing is going to be a very major concern. It's something that you have to think about, and it's going to probably turn some people off. Now, to give you some context in terms of the actual price, at the time of making this video, it's not up for pre-order yet, but I just want to let you guys know the Hong Kong price on this is $29.30 HK. That is what the price is of this figure. So if you did the conversion of $29.30 HK, that comes out to $374.40 USD before any markups. you have to add in a percentage of sideshow marking that price up. So 374, this is going to be over a $400 figure, 450, maybe $500 figure, shipping and tax. So we're going to wait and see what that's going to happen if this goes up for pre-order later in the day. But like I said, 2930 HK converts to $374 USD. That is before markups, shipping and tax, all that stuff included. You have to add all that stuff in. So this is going to push over 400 easily, 500. For some, that price may not be as terrible because we have two original Venom figures to kind of fall back on and look in terms of the pricing, which they were around that price range also. But once again, those were MMS figures based on the movie from Tom Hardy, the Sony Venom standalone figure movie. Didn't have the white symbol on it like this. The expressions look really awesome. Two styles of highly detailed head sculpts. I love the over exaggeration with the tongue. Gives me a more comic book feel to it. Obviously, the Venom, the white symbol is very exaggerated. That's the style that they're going for in the video game. So once again, is this a comic book version of him? I wouldn't say yes and no. It's more of a video game interpretation of him. But you can just see here, these poses are just very. It's going to be a massive, intimidating figure. These are awesome pictures to give us an idea of what this looks like in terms of the scale compared to the other. I love the angry with all the symbiote tentacles coming off of him. We're kind of used to that now with some of the other figures. I'm interested to see in person photos of what the material of the suit looks like, if it's going to be that rubbery kind of material that was used on the previous Venom figures, or it's going to be something different. I know there was other people wondering about the articulation. It does look like it's fully articulated with the seams around the shoulders, around the thighs, in the waist area. So it is going to be a fully articulated figure. That base looks like a reused base. Doesn't look like it's new. We've seen that with the previous Venom figures, actually, from the ones I have. It looks identical to that. Just the nameplate looks different. Has different hand features, different kind of designs there, with a extended claw. I love the tongue hanging out, much more exaggerated than the other figures. It looks really great. This one I love with the mouth open. That's just such an awesome looking expression. And it looks like you do some pretty good crouching. But like I said, trying to see articulation here, like in the knee area, to get that pose. Um, interested to see what that looks like here with the knees. You can see like kind of thinner legs, much bigger torso, big broad shoulders. It's much more exaggerated, like I said, because of the video game. Um, it's going to be interesting to see the space on this thing. It really is. But they were just saying that this thing is only 2 centimeters off than a Hulkbuster. I do not own a Hulkbuster. I've had quarter scale figures before in the past. So this is going to be a very interesting piece to have in the collection. It's not going to be one for everybody. I think there's going to be an initial shock and awe with this where people are going to love it, grab it. But then when it comes time to pony up, we're going to see who commits, who doesn't. Just because, like I said, I think space is going to be the biggest thing. Price wise, like I said, with the HK, it doesn't seem too terrible for what it's going to be. Given the circumstances of how big the figure is, I think space is going to be the number one factor. Space and when this actually releases, in line with other things, because there's people that and then you might see people already taking their Venoms that they have from the Tom Hardy and start selling those off. So you might see that, because for me, I have the original first Venom from the Tom Hardy movie, not the 2.0, if you want to call it that, the first one. I'll keep it because it's a different type of figure. It's completely different. I mean, it's Venom, but it's a different version of him. It's not worth getting rid of for me. I'm going to keep him in my collection. He serves a purpose where he is. This would be a different addition to the collection. It's something I'm interested in. I have to wait and see what the final numbers are in terms of that. And then I got to figure out my space allocation for it. So I'm not going to say it's a day one pre-order for me by any means. I don't want to, hype it up and jump on it that quick. I got to figure out and plan where this is going to go. I want it to make sense in my collection. And also this Spider-Man 2 could be another series of figures that might be the make or break for some collectors, because we could get 10 plus suits. So you got to see what kind of Spider-Man figures we're going to get from this. We already have the Advanced Suit 2.0 that came out. We also have the Miles Morales that came out same day as this just now. So we've already got a couple figures from this and then you got all the other suits teased. So it's something to be cautious about, to say the least. Three styles of tongues looks awesome. I love the exaggeration here. It looks great. I really don't have any complaints about it. It looks fantastic. It's something that I know a lot of people want. People have been wanting a Venom with the white symbol on it. We also have the Spider-Man symbiote as well. They could look really great together. You also have the Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire, with the symbiote. So we got a lot of Venoms. We got a lot of symbiote figures. That's something you have to kind of be mindful about. If you're able to get a wall, I mean, great if you can. But yeah, there's a couple things. Articulation looks good on it. People thought it'd be a power pose, but it looks like it's fully articulated. I'd like to see more of the suit itself. It looks super shiny. I just wonder what that material is going to be like. That's my one question about that. And like I said, the space. I think a lot of people are going to be, you know, uh, they want pre-ordering because they want to jump on it, but you got to be cautious about this. I mean, this is the biggest thing right here, 53 centimeters. You're not that far off from a Hulkbuster, and not a lot of people own the Hulkbuster. So I think it's a great looking figure. I don't have any complaints about it visually. It looks awesome. It looks intimidating. It looks imposing. Um, it's got everything I think the collectors would want. I can't see a lot of negative pushback on this. It's just going to be the size. I think the price, it sounds like the price is going to fall in line with kind of where I expect it to be for what it is. Probably in that 450, 500 range. Like I said, we're going to find out. I'm just basing it on the HK numbers right now. But visually, it looks stunning. Two styles of detailed head sculpt. Like I said, there, it looks stunning. And with the poses, it looks really great. I just want to know, like I said, the suit to get these kind of bends in the knee, uh, those things I want to see, because the Tom Hardy Venom, it had a certain kind of material that would peel for some people depending on how you left it in poses and stuff. So I'm interested to see certain poses. And there was one here, like this one here with the knee down. I want to know how they achieve that. So I want to see more in person to get an idea if there's like joints. I can't tell with these photos if these are joints here or if there's all just one piece that's just bent at a ratchet kind of thing. If you have the previous Venom, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But you can see a seam here in the shoulder, seam in the torso, in the hips area. Uh, but like I said, everything looks really cool. But my only concerns are, like I said, the material, the suit. I want to know what the final price is. And then as a collector, I have to kind of think about my space allocation, where this would go. And then what other figures from this line. I'm not going to collect the whole line. No way. I never did it with the first one. I have the original first advanced suit. And that's all I have. I didn't get anything else. And so uh I got the right now in pre-order, I have the symbiote. That's the only other version I have is the black symbiote Spider-Man. So I have to see what other figures come out from this line, because this can be a make or break for a lot of collectors. So that being said, I just want to give my thoughts on it. It looks awesome, but like I said, I do have some concerns. I want to know what the suit material looks like, better photos of it, uh, more parts of articulation, and like I said, just as a collector, you really got to think about your space, man, because we got a lot of stuff coming out that's going to be taking up space, and so I can see a lot of collectors jumping on this and then regretting it later and canceling it, to be honest, because they're going to get it just because, they want to lock in a symbiote Venom and they'll kind of figure it out later. But you got to be mindful about it. That's all I'll say. But thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and have a great day.